How about that court? Woof. How about that court? I'm trying to be open-minded with this whole in-season tournament thing. They're trying to do something. I respect it. A lot of people are hating on it because, that's what people do with anything that's new. They're going to hate on it, and they're going to make fun of the jerseys and make fun of the courts and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, whatever. They're trying something. I respect people who try stuff. So I'm open to it. But my God, I saw that Miami Heat court, and immediately my brain went to that scene from The Shining with all the blood coming out of the elevator. And it's just, it's a lot on the eyes. It's a lot on the eyes. But, I got used to it. But, man, it's a lot to take in. People are not fans of these Heat culture jerseys. At the end of the day, I just want to win basketball games. The in-season tournament, I'm like, fine, let's just win. Let's just beat the Wizards, please. Jerseys, I'm like, I don't care if they wear potato sacks. Can we just win basketball games, please? So that stuff I don't care that much about. But the Heat culture, having Heat culture on the jerseys, to me, it's a little bit on the nose. I like more the mystique of Heat culture than emblazing it on a jersey and trying to make money off of it. Like, that's kind of gross to me, but whatever. We beat the Wizards. And look, according to Google here, we're 3-4. Really, we're 2-4, but Google says we're 3-4. So maybe Google already knows that we're beating the Lakers on Monday. Maybe we do live in a computer simulation. Maybe the NBA is rigged. I hope none of you Heat fans were naive enough to be kicking your feet up in the fourth quarter and sitting there like this, lounging, eating potato chips when we were up 25. Because have we learned nothing? Being up 25 is almost a death sentence with this team at this point. And I was sitting there like, we were up 25, and I'm like, I'm not chilling. I'm not relaxed. And then what happens? I'm just gonna cut to the bad part first, and then we'll talk about the good stuff. We go up 25, then we're up 15, we're turning the ball over like crazy, then we're up 13. I have in capital letters, please God no. Well, we had 6 turnovers already in that quarter with 4 minutes left. Then we had to put Jimmy Butler back in the game. He doesn't even want to be playing basketball in the first place. Now we have to put him back in the game against the Wizards. Against the Wizards' second unit. We had to put Jimmy and Bam back in instead of letting them rest. We were up 25, and in the span of 2.5 minutes, we let this team go on a 15-0 run and go from being up 25 to being up 10. What happens with this team? Is it mental? Is it a communication thing? Is it a X's and O's thing? Is it a lineup thing? A rotation thing? Like, what is it that happens to this team? Like, do they just go, oh, we're up 15, 20 points. Like, we don't have to play basketball anymore. I don't know what it is. But they got to figure that out. Because it's really bad. We lose that quarter 33-20 after winning the third quarter 41-27. The Wizards finished the game on a 21-6 run. Haywood Highsmith started. That was fun. It's nice to see Haywood in the starting lineup. How about Haywood Highsmith's improvement in shooting? I want him to shoot more. I mean, this is another game. He's 3 for 4, 2 for 3 from 3. He has the highest plus minus. Not that I know what that means, but he has a plus 10. What does this future hold for Kevin Love? Should Haywood Highsmith start? Should Jaime Jaquez start? I don't know. We had a really nice game from Jaime Jaquez. What you saw from Jaime tonight, that is how he needs to be utilized. That game against the Nets, he wasn't in his game. With the whole spot-up shooting, I'm not saying he's a bad shooter, but he's more of a off-the-dribble guy, drive-to-the-basket guy, creating his own shots kind of guy. He kind of plays a little bit more like a Jimmy Butler style of basketball than like a Duncan type of basketball. Even though Duncan's, he's creating his own stuff now too, which is awesome. We'll get to Duncan. He was great. Really happy with Jaime this game. A lot of those guys, they need time. They need time to adjust to an NBA game. Even Josh Richardson, you saw a little bit better from him tonight. He's getting into his groove, starting to hit some shots, still making some questionable decisions. I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt. Jaime, 22 minutes, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 for 5 from the field. beautiful. So I think with Jaime, it's whether he starts or comes off the bench. It's how he's utilized within the offense and defense. He's great on defense too. I think that's why he's getting so much more minutes than Jovic. I don't think Spo trusts Jovic yet with his decision making, his maturity, his defense, all that kind of stuff. I still think he should be getting some playing time. I mean, we're up over 20 points. You can't throw the kid in there just a little bit. But I like Haywood starting too. I love Haywood. God, I was really nervous when he hurt his knee. And then I came to find out that the knee he hurt, even when I looked at the replay, I was like, oh, it looked like he just banged knees with somebody. It didn't look like it was a real injury. The knee that he hurt in the game was not the knee that he's been having problems with. And he came back, so that's fine. Let's talk Tyler. Mwah, beautiful. I said before the season Tyler was going to be an all-star. I still think Tyler was going to be an all-star. I think I said it in the Heat are fine in the East video. Dare I say Tyler's having a better season than Damian Lillard is so far? Is that so blasphemous to say? Tonight we're seeing like point guard Tyler. There's just people over here saying Tyler should run the offense and play point guard now. I don't know. Who knows? That's why I'm saying like this team they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out. And don't freak out about our record yet. We're 2-4. Last season we started off 2-5. Now we're 2-4. Like things are not that bad yet. When you look into the nuance, the meat and potatoes of each of these games, when you see the big picture, once this team gets it together and is healthy and is firing on all cylinders. Remember, we don't even have Caleb Martin yet. I'm okay. I'm a little concerned still with certain things, but overall, I'm not freaking out with this team yet. Tyler, 24 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, 9 for 17, 4 for 7 from 3. Jimmy, solid. It was your kind of what you'd expect from Jimmy against the Washington Wizards. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 7 for 11 from the field. He had a 3-pointer. That was fun. Bam. Not the most impressive stat line. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 8 for 15 from the field. But man, Bam's defense. Woo! Kyle, 3 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. Look, a lot of people hate on Kyle. I'm one of those people where I think there's more to basketball than just a stat line and box scores and things like that. I say this all the time about Kyle. Like Kyle brings that experience, the intangibles. He pushes the ball up the floor. He brings a great energy, great hustle. He's a pest on defense. He runs the offense. He anchors the offense. That's probably an unpopular opinion, but Duncan. What a game from Duncan Robinson. 18 points in 30 minutes, 6 assists. 6 assists from Duncan. That's big. That is really, really nice from Duncan Robinson, man. Of course, he went 4 for 8 from 3. That's nice. 50% from 3. 7 for 11 from the field. His ball handling and comfort with the ball, taking guys off the dribble, passing, cutting. I've been saying this about him since the Knicks playoff series, man. I mean, Duncan is really, really taking his game to another level, and it's so nice to see. Thomas Bryant was pretty nice. 18 minutes, 11 points, 4 rebounds, 5 for 7 from the field. I love the energy Thomas Bryant brings, but sometimes he's just a little bit of like a bull in a china closet. He's a little, with his decision making and just making like kind of foolish mistakes. I think as time goes by and he gets more comfortable and confident, I think that'll go away. And I think as a backup big, he's a pretty solid guy. The Wizards, at the end of the first quarter, were shooting 76% from the field and 77% from 3. They were 7 for 9 from 3 and 13 for 17 from the field, and it was still tied because their defense is just that bad. When you see numbers like that, I was like, all right, well, we really should beat this team. If we lose to this team, it's because we are beating ourselves. And you saw in the fourth quarter how this Miami Heat team can just all of a sudden implode and beat ourselves, and that needs to be figured out. We pretty much were comfortable the vast majority of this game. We were pretty comfortable. So that's kind of it. I'm not going to go into the nitty gritty of this game. It's the Wizards, let's be honest. No offense to the Wizards, but you guys are in a rebuild. It's fun to beat Jordan Poole. I'm not a fan of Jordan Poole. I don't like his face. He just has something about that kid just gets under my skin. When I heard that Draymond Green punched him, I was like, well, yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. Lakers on Monday. That should be fun. LeBron, you gonna play, bro? Let's see. Gabe Vincent not playing. Poor Gabe Vincent. he's like the pariah of Lakers fans right now. As if Gabe Vincent is really the root of all the problems on your team. Get out of here, Lakers fans. God. But yeah, good win. 2-4. I'm not panicking. The only thing I'm panicking out is what happens to this team that we keep blowing these leads and we just go completely stagnant and flat and implode. We cannot be doing that. That's very bad. They got to figure that out. You got to sit down and watch tape and figure out what the hell's going on with all that.